What's going on, everybody? How are you doing out there? This is your Uncle Steve here with a Friday brunch talking about our first place Atlanta Falcons traveling up the road to Tennessee. Let's see if we can sneak one out this week against those short-handed Tennessee Titans. We'll talk about it. Hey, what's going on, everyone? How are we doing today? It is Friday. It is October 27th. Fall is in the air, even though it is kind of warm out there today. But fall is coming. Trust me. I think they say Tuesday is supposed to take another turn down as far as degrees are concerned. But telling y'all, man, it is that time. Football is in the air. I, what better time to talk about the Atlanta Falcons, the first place? I'm gonna start putting some respect on their name. The first place Atlanta Falcons as we go up the road to Tennessee. Yeah. Who we playing? Gotta play Tennessee. We are going up there and trying to prove to the NFL that we can put a couple of wins together here, which is important to me. We're going to talk about that in a couple of seconds. But after a gutsy, strong division game on the road against Tampa Bay, I think it's time for this team to start flexing their muscles, man. This is not saying you're not appreciative of what they're doing. But now, let's take this first place and see what we can do. If you were with me on the Monday Minutia, yeah, I did the thing that all fans do. They go through the whole thing of trying to see, how many wins they can have, blah, 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 blah. Man, let's string 2 or 3 together, see what happens. I'm really interested to see if the Falcons can back up this big division win last week. And it looks like Tampa is on the skid themselves. Who cares? Boo-hoo. And let's stretch this thing out. And with the downfall of San Francisco, who knows? I know next week I'll come back and say take it one game at a time. But I just start thinking really about this, man. Y'all, we have an opportunity to stretch this bad boy out. Why not do it? And we're going to talk about it. Also want to talk about a first place mindset. Now that we're in first place, what are you going to do with it? It's easy to say first place when you won your first two games. I get it. And I know it's not too early to start talking about first place. We're at the end of October. Only got a couple of months left, a couple of full months left. So should there be a different mindset? Yeah, you're going to play every game. Don't get me wrong. You treat every game like every game. But as a fan, man, this is exciting. 4-3, going on the road. I know a lot of people been saying the infamous T word, trap game. Smells a lot like things did a couple of weeks ago for the Washington game. But I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how it turns out. But I want to hear what y'all think. First of all, what y'all think about Atlanta being in first place? And then second, let's talk about what we do against these Tennessee Titans. I really want us to impose our will on this team, but only they can do it. I just really think you've got to take this foot and put it on the proverbial neck and press down. You don't get these opportunities. This is why sometimes when you see the fans like myself, probably more accustomed to the more veteran fan, but not excluded from the younger fan. We haven't been in this position in so long. Now that we have it, I want it all now. I'm a fan. I'm greedy. And as Gordon Gekko said, greed is good. Kids, look it up. Greed is good. I'm greedy now. Totally greedy. Are y'all greedy? Let me know. I know we're supposed to take one game at a time. I know. Tell me all the cliches. Take one game at a time. Don't overestimate your opponent. Like yada yada. I get all that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you are the first place team that we really think we are, this is flex time. This is time to take off your shirt, show the muscles, let them know in the NFC South playoffs run through the bins. You can start doing that now. I want to hear what y'all think. Let's go right to the chat, see what everybody is doing. As you're coming into the chat, I ask you, as I always do, very kindly, please make sure y'all push the like button on YouTube and on Facebook. We're in the Atlanta Bird Gang this week. Before I even get started in Atlanta Bird Gang, I want everybody to make sure that you all take a look on your Facebook page, and you're going to see a new group called the Eye Test. There's a couple of guys that will still be in Atlanta Bird Gang participating. Y'all know Winston and my brother John Harris. They will be giving their thoughts and opinions, and you know those two guys are opinionated. Make sure y'all check them out in Facebook group. I'm sure they've been sending out the invites. The Eye Test. Those of you who don't know John Harris, John, if you've been listening to Atlanta sports radio for the last 2 decades, Pastor John, Preacher John, John from Union City, John who spoke to Mike and getting his name, Carl and Mike on 92.9 The Game this Monday. Actually gave them a piece of their mind this Monday. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. But in the meantime, let's see what we got. First up is false start. What's going on, brother? Oh, what it do? What it do? John Higgins is here. What's up, Big John? Says, oh, Steve, what's happening with ya? Come on with it for the day. Demetrius is here. What's up, Demetrius? How you doing now? The aforementioned Winston Thornton is in the house. What's going on, Uncle Chat? Chat, smash that like button, please, if you do. See a couple of y'all in here on Facebook. Hit that like button for me, man. Don't cost you nothing. Don't cost you nothing. Kendra Sanders, what's on, man? Say great win last night for the Bills. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I don't go around rooting for the Bills, but I rooted for them yesterday. Almost blew that game. Jimmy Wayne, what's going on, Jimmy? How you feeling, brother? Millie Mills in the house. What's going on, Mill? David Starks. That's my brother. What's going on, man? That one, I'm assuming this is AKA that one Falcon fan. Now he's that one Red Stallion fan. If you all don't know what he's talking about, go back and look at the schedule release shenanigans of the Tennessee Titans this year. And that was our little nickname for him. What's going on? Say the Red Stallions play the Houston Oilers this week. I feel like we could pull out the dub, but my gut sees another Ritter turnover. What you say? How do you feel? Well, Y'all know how I feel about my quarterback. I love Desmond. But this is a huge game for him. Just like last week in Tampa was huge for him. This is a huge one. Because you've got to let this fan base know that, yeah, that was an anomaly last week. I'm not going to turn the ball over like that again. I'm not for the third week in a row be responsible for 3 turnovers. Not going to do that. I'm telling y'all, for real. For real, for real. I'm not going to do that this time. And this is big for him. As far as him personally. As far as the team concerned, again, this is your time to flex. Flex. I'm throughout six. Again, look it up. Y'all know it. But I think he's going to be all right. I really do. Aside, and you can't say aside of the turnovers because I get on people for doing that too. He didn't play horrible last week as a whole, but you got to include those turnovers. And I got to erase that ugly jaunt into the end zone like I'm Deion Sanders, Shador Sanders, or Colonel Sanders, or whoever it was going across the middle. Scored a touchdown, dive, run, sprint, get to the end zone. That one Falcon said, y'all pray for me, Ben. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Yeah, I hope you feel better. I really do. Padre in the house. What's going on, man? Uncle Steve, I know that you and Lo are the KC and JoJo of Southern Silk. What I want to know is which one of y'all are most likely to pass out on stage like them. Well, first of all, Padre, first, hello. Second, you made a mistake. I am like KC and JoJo. Lo is kind of like that version of Devontae. Or nah, he's more Dalvin. Dalvin the one that didn't do nothing, right? Yeah, he's the Dalvin of the group. He's the cheetah girl that they replaced. He's he's the girl from Destiny's Child that they let go. Even though she did good on her own. You're wrong. My brother Larry in the Dixon Way, what's going on, man? How you doing? The Dixon Way, one of the great live reaction YouTube channels you will ever want to see. I know he had to endure some heartbreak the other day as the Hawks went down in the season opener at Charlotte. Hopefully they can rectify things today with the New York Knicks. But y'all make sure y'all go check them out. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. For real, for real. True entertainment over there. So y'all make sure y'all check Larry out. Larry says, hit the like button, people. He's right. I'm sorry to say, Steve, but it smells like a trap game. I know we aren't good enough to talk about trap games. And no, the problem is that's what it is, though. We're not let me try to put this. Because we are one of the better teams playing right now. No doubt. But no, this does smell like a trap game. You just indoctrinated yourself into first place. You just moved up into the one of the elite spots. Now you play a team that still didn't know who their quarterback was going to be until Tuesday or Wednesday. They just traded away one of the best safeties in the NFL. Rumors all around about Derrick Henry. I know that can't be feeling good. So, yes, all the looks and decorations of a trap game. Let's see if we can push through that. I hope so. Facebook user, what's going on? Says, right, we need to go ahead and jump out on these games. The Titans will be tough. The Vikings just beat a good 49ers team, and the Cardinals are no scrubs. And then we have the Aints. But we can definitely win those 4 games. I like that Viking win against San Francisco. Here's the thing, though. I think Vikings play better at home. I really do. I think they play better at home. And I think if they play that game 10 times, I don't think Minnesota wins that more than 3. But they did, and more credit to them. But we do need to take advantage of this. Billy Bill says, we're in first place and it seems like we're just getting started. See, that's the thing. All of the talk and all of the, you know, back and forth, we want y'all to love Desmond. Well, some of us want to be realistic about him. We want y'all to love Arthur Smith. And Arthur Smith is a genius. And some of us are like, well, just stay patient. Stay patient. Trust the process. We're right in that little pocket where a couple of wins strung together can take that whole narrative out. Win about 2 games. In other words, win these last 3 going into the bye. Win these last 3 games. They'll start talking about that. And I have still, God bless Twitter, because I still don't see, my mind still doesn't move that quick. I have a Facebook speed mind, probably. Excuse me. But bless everybody on Twitter. Because, boy, some of the arguments I see on there is, woo! But it we're going to be fine, y'all. I don't know if y'all noticed. I don't know if y'all checked it out. Defense is pretty good. I think that's going to be the difference this week. I don't even think Desmond has to be Superman this week. I don't even think any of the receivers have to show up this week. Man, just run the ball. Run the ball, keep our defense fresh, and make Will Levis wish he had never started his career against us. David Starr says, it feels dang good to be in first place, but we must not get complacent. As you said, we must step on necks and break them. That's what you have to do. Got to get that. You got to do it. Marina, what's going on? How's it going, Uncle Steve? The Falcons have traumatized me. I hear Smitty and the others speaking confidently that we should Sunday. I hope that we really are the new Falcons and don't blow this. Oh, I'm in the same boat as you, my friend. I'm not betting people. I'm not telling people count it, chalk it up. I like our chances, but we're not that team. We're not that team where you can go and just automatically say, oh, that's a win. You know how you do that? Give me a couple of these wins up into this bye. Leave me at this bye at about 7-4. Coming in and then dealing with those wretched Saints. Winston says, shout out to Clayton Thompson for his dedication to the craft with lacrosse. He practices in the alley with nobody watching. Lisa Shepard, what's going on, Lisa? How you doing? Said this is our opportunity to start separating ourselves from the other teams in the division. Winless Carolina is not a threat. Bucks and the Aints are just a game behind. Let's go. Start stacking wins. Took the words right out of my mouth, Lisa. You got to do it. But don't play around in the game in Carolina, though. Because y'all got to remember, with every loss that Carolina gets, everybody else becomes a target, especially Atlanta. Because you know they want revenge. So, yes, I concur with everything you said. Millie Miller says the leadership we have on this team this year, I don't think we go into Tennessee taking them lightly. I hope not. It just bothers me that we talk about games that we're going to go back and look and say, y'all already know what game it is. That Commanders game is like stuck right here in my throat, like stuck. It's not moving. That was a game. Yeah. That's why you can't take anybody lightly. You go into this game taking teams lightly, you're going to mess around and lose. Stick to the plan, play good defense, do that thing. David Starr says choking teams out when you have them in your grass is a first place mindset. No mercy, no quarter to no one. Agreed. Big Mike in the house. What's going on, Mike? Let's get 2 in a row. Yes, sir. C Doubles here. What's up, man? Said Bucks lose. Am I ready to see our first place Falcons or Red Stallions? I think we are. I really do. I think it's gonna be good. Slim guy. What's going on? Say I love Desmond. I love Desmond. We all love Desmond, man. Millie said, I agree. Staying in first place really comes down to him. It does. It does. It does. Demetrius says, watch the Desmonds come out of nowhere. Say Desmond for president. Winston Thornton says Eddie Carswell and Strap have a live against Red and Eddie Thompson right now, but they subdued them, but they done subdued them by their charisma. But you know what though, and those of you in Atlanta Bird Gang, I know a lot of people have opinions about folks like that just go like hard. They take no exceptions. They whatever. There's something kind of, I don't want to say adorable because that makes it sounds a little soft, but there's something admirable about that. I mean, I don't do that. I'm more of a person that if I see something, I think I'm gonna call it out. I'm not trying to tell you I can go do anything different, but at the same time, if somebody does something that's out of ordinary or out of character, I'm gonna call them out. But I also don't have a problem with those folks that call it the way they want to do. They want to go straight through the wall for them, knock themselves out. Mike says Ritter had the ball in the wrong arm. Absolutely. 3:30. What's going on, man? How you doing? Oh man, what is going on? What is going on this Friday? Brother Coach is in here. What's going on, Coach? He said, hey, you can't get notifications for your channel because it's marked as something about kids. May want to change it. You know what? Somebody told me that. I got to make sure I change that. This is not a kids channel. I think I made it public. If everybody else gets that, let me know. But I appreciate that, Coach. I will definitely check that out. Some guy says, oh, can you play that audio? I love Desmond. Somebody actually mentioned that to me on Twitter. I love Desmond. I don't know. I guess it's caught on. Mike says, but the Titans have a conference game after us, so they're looking ahead. They better not be looking ahead. They got a long way. Jacksonville about to stretch it out on them. Dre is in the house. What's going on, Dre? Good to see you, brother. Carlos says, I think he will show up this week because we can't suffer another multiple turnover game. I think he is too, Carlos. And all kidding aside, I really do. Eric Parker, hey, what happened? Do you think Tennessee will wear out Derek this week? They have no quarterback. No. Eric, I'm glad you asked. I do not think that's what's going to happen. You know what I think? Do you really want to know what I think? Put it together for y'all for a little bit. Used to spend my time down in the man cave. Falcons are the only team I know. But this year I hitched my wagon to Desmond Ritter. Now we're in first place, and no telling how far we can go. Everybody singing. Gonna beat up real good on those Tennessee Titans. We're gonna beat them up and down the line. Thought some of y'all would like a little country music in here. Put us in the mood to beat them boys. We gonna send them. Hey, brother Eric Red Rhodes is in the house. What's going on, Red? How you doing, brother? Winston say thank you for the shout out. Anytime, brother. The eye test, y'all. Make sure y'all check them out. Padre said because Cheetah girl. I I might have said that. Yeah. Red say Falcons in first place, top 5 defense. Now Dez cut down on the mistakes. We good. That's another brother. Tell it like it is. Red said Titans are trash, and we taking them to the dump on Sunday. I agree. Mike says it worries me that my mustache. Sorry. It worries me that mustache may try different things since he was with the Titans to impress Burrow. Man, don't you dare. He better not get cute. He know better than that. Juan is in the house. Hold on, Juan. Juan said even against a bad team like Tennessee, Desmond gonna have 2 interceptions. Let's hope not, Juan. Let's hope not. Red says, I believe Strap and Eddie have a new understanding with your boy Red. Now, yeah, that's all. Understanding. Communication is the key, fellas. Juan says Desmond's treat Dez like that girlfriend who badmouthed them. Flirt online, but cook spaghetti and say, I love you, Juan. You know deep down inside. I love Desmond. You know. Come on, buddy. Raven said, what you talking about? Ready to get this win on Sunday? Need y'all to start putting these predictions in here too. Hadn't heard anybody put predictions. Need some predictions. Let's do it. Taking our game to Tennessee. Tennessee. Beat them. Got to beat these Tennessee Titans. Put your predictions in the chat. Want to see what y'all doing? Please, as y'all coming in, make sure you hit the like buttons. Facebook, YouTube. Do it. Share the video. Friday brunch with Uncle Steve. Millie Mills says, I've been saying this, but I really want to see our running game versus that Philly D-line. I think the way we commit to running can expose something in their run defense. I pray that we get that in January. Look at Millie telling us we're going to be there strong in mid-January. I think the same thing, too. You better start putting yourself up against these good teams. Start looking at that San Francisco game tape and see what you can expose. Start looking at what Philly's been doing and how we can get to them. I'm telling y'all, we can do it. David says, I think Riddle will be all right this weekend. Tennessee is the 29th ranked pass defense, so he should do well against them. Remember Washington. That's all I say. Don't go crazy. Aaron says, I love that too. Oh, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. Don't slip on Chris Stapleton, man. Chris Stapleton, a bad boy. I know that song's been around way before him. But boy, Chris sang that song. Just like he did the national anthem this year. Chris Stapleton is no joke. Appreciate y'all. I take it y'all like that version. We'll throw that in at the end again. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the feedback. Oh man. Juan says, I guess it's true. It's better to win in spite of than to lose because of. Bam! Bullseye, my friend. Thank you. Thank y'all. Lisa says, sing it, Falcon fans. We're going to beat them Tennessee Titans. That's right. That's right. Here come the predictions. They're coming up and down the line. Here we go. Winston says 20-13. I'm trying to see something with y'all with these predictions and see if y'all going to be in the same part. David says 24-13. Eric says Falcons 28. Titans 14. Millie says, I predict a good game. You never know about this team. It's so crazy, Millie. It's so crazy. I almost want to say that too, but I do have a prediction. I'm going to come down with it. Juan says, I don't care what y'all say. I'm still scared of these interceptions. I love Desmond. And that's not him being negative, folks. It's really not. Tell me how you cannot understand his frustration. He wants this team to win. I've seen Juan stuff before. Juan is a Falcon fan, but he's concerned. I, I don't blame him. But I give him love. 27-46, one touchdown, two interceptions. I'll say this, Juan. If Tennessee only has 7 points, there's no way Ritter's throwing 46 times. And that's the only thing I say. If we're holding them to one touchdown, Falcons don't have to pass the ball. Mike said, glad the Bucks loss helps us out a lot. Man, and we can get the Colts. And I'm not being a Colts fan. I just hope they beat the Saints. Because now that Tampa Bay lost last night, there's no way the Falcons can be any worse than first place. Because New Orleans, even if they win, they're 4-3. Atlanta is 2-0 in the division. And New Orleans is not. Big John says Falcons 28, Titans 14. Coach says Falcons 27, Titans 16. Sorry, not sorry. Love my team, but I have no faith. Brother. A little disappointed in you, Coach. And I'm going to have to address some of this negativity that you're giving towards my quarterback.
I believe deaths can fly.
I need you to believe.
I believe deaths can touch the sky.
It's only a couple of times.
Think about it almost every day.
He'll do it this week.
Deaths can do anything.
He's going to soar.
I believe deaths can score. If he doesn't fumble on the 4, I believe deaths can fly. I believe deaths can fly. I believe deaths can fly.
That song's dedicated to Andre, Coach Davis, in the house. Coach ain't gonna let me get rid of it. I'm sorry, Coach. Corlin says Atlanta should beat the brakes off Tennessee. Unfortunately, Atlanta will make it closer than it should be. I hope not, Corlin, but I hear you. Mike says Falcons 21-10. I noticed a lot of people are still not convinced of an offensive outburst. And guess what, y'all? I understand that. Not only because of Desmond now. Let's keep it real. Some of the play calling.
Arthur Smith is a genius.
Needs to be called out too. Some of it does. Keep it real. Winston says Chris Stapleton rendition of Tennessee Whiskey goes crazy. That man can sing. Not sing, but sing. And again, I'm telling y'all, that's some good stuff. Raymond says it's going to be a whooping. 31-7. Falcons giving a country woodshed whooping. I hope so. Brother Scott is in the house. Said 28-10. Falcons. Dixon Way, 17-7. Coach said, no, I was saying the Titans win. Oh, my bad. Okay, well, then I played that right song for you then. Corlin says, Steve, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Go Colts. I hear you. Lisa says it's going to be a little closer. 24-17. Remember, Will Levis, y'all. Tennessee scored 17 points. That's going to be very revealing. Millie Miller says, for real, though, I don't think Bynard, Nakobe Dean, or Reddit want CP smoke. And what's better game to justify the Bijan over Jalen pick against the Eagles in playoff time? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, no doubt. I think Larry likes that. Eric, appreciate you, brother. C Double says, you know what? I don't know what y'all talking about. Falcons gonna blow them out. 42-10. Running game and passing game click as defense gets turnovers, man. I ain't mad at you. Not mad at you. Juan says, I wonder if they're gonna go with CP and Bijan heavy this week. You know, Juan, the first thing I thought about, excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. This Coca-Cola got me burping over time. The problem aside of Bijan's headache is trying to get carries for all those guys. I saw something though against Tampa. You know how sometimes as a running back, you need to get those carries to kind of warm you up, get you started? I saw that in Tyler this week. I saw that. I saw him get lubed up and start to get into some good running, especially in the second half. And CP, like I said, how can you not like Cordero Patterson? How could you not? Again, that guy was the best ambassador for us. You know, how do you not like him? I don't know. Is there a super chat in the house? It is. And you know who that is? That's my brother Greg.
Woo-hoo! Super chat. Express yourself. Super chat. Tell us what you're talking about. Super chat. Express yourself. I know it's Uncle Steve in the house.
Greg is in the house. Appreciate you, Greg. Thank you as always. Hoping for this win. Support the logo. And look, got a lot of support in here, fellas and young ladies. Got a lot of support in here for this. Greg, speaking of support, is the maker of Greg Custom Kicks. Every week I've showed these shoes to y'all. And this week I can't show them to you. You know why? Because today is Falcon Friday day at work. And I literally have the shoes on. So if I take my shoes and put them above my head, I don't know if y'all can see, I'm kind of a hefty fella. And there's a chance I'm going to fall out on air. And there's none of you that can reach out and grab me. So I'm not going to do that. So y'all believe me, these shoes are fire. Y'all make sure y'all check out Greg Custom Kicks. Y'all give him some love, man. The shoes are awesome. C Double says, I know I'm going out there. Okay. Safe travels, my friend. 330 says our offense needs to have a clean game and take advantage of what our defense gives us. Can't let King Henry run all over us. King Henry has done some running. I'll tell y'all though, slow down a little bit. But gang tackle him. I heard them talk about that. They got to gang tackle him. You can't let him get a what was the for you Marvel comics? What was the one the little mutant Juggernaut where he gets momentum, and when he gets momentum up, he gets stronger? That's Derrick Henry. If you can catch him before he gets into that next level, you're good. He gets into the next level, I don't care who you are. It's going to be hard to tackle him. Rusty, what's up, Russ? Said we should win this game 35-14, man. But knowing this team, we went off a last-second field goal against a terrible team. Listen, as much as I love the spotlight Koo is getting, and Koo has definitely eased some of the thoughts from earlier this year when he missed the extra point and missed the early field goal. Yeah, I don't need any more Koo. As I was telling somebody I was talking to this week, I would love for this game to end in a kneel down, 2 or 3 kneel downs. That's my goal. Don't even have to get to that. Deontay says 24-10 Falcons don't see the defense giving up more than 1 touchdown. And hey, Uncle Steve, I love that. I love Desmond.
I love Desmond.
I'm glad y'all. Man, you talk about sound bites I worked on. I'm glad y'all like that. Seba's in the house says even with Desmond fumbling away the football 3 times in the red zone last week, he has improved his play each week, each and every week. And my brother, you're right. But it's very similar, matter of fact, to the preseason game that he came in. Remember how he marched the team right down the field? We got to the end, and then he threw the interception. I know it was tipped and all this and all that. But if you don't get the payoff because of mistakes, I know we'll argue forever about whose fault was it on the snap with the center. But that very last touchdown, because it was only three 3 minutes left in the game, you had an opportunity to ice the game last week. You individually, quarterback, ball in your hands, you had an opportunity to ice the game. And you decided you wanted the Cadillac into the end zone and slow up as if I've been here so many times, I don't need to, show what I can do. That one play sticks with me. And I know it sticks with him because he's probably tired of that narrative. He's tired of that narrative, but guess what? He's going to get it. He's going to get it. Mike says it's hard to win on the road and to get a blowout. I don't see it. I'll take the dub. I'm with you. Juan says, I don't know. 3 fumbles in the red zone last week. Last week could have been a blowout. Should have been a blowout. Not even could have won. Juan, that's 3. Easily 2 touchdowns. Should have been 3. Should have been 3. So I'll correct you on that. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Winston said with Ritter as the quarterback, it's the hold up. We need more from this offense that has more talent than the defense. But this is the one thing I'll say about the Ritter narrative, y'all. Is it going to be safe to say the more the team wins, the more he'll start getting some of the credit for his play? Listen, 19-25 is not bad, but you have to have the asterisk because you fumbled the ball. You didn't score when you had an opportunity to. And I'm sorry, the thing with the center, I know a lot of people, Dahlman, but as a quarterback on the 1-yard line with everybody on the line up there, I mean, I know you want to be friends with the center, but you have to be very close, intimate friends on the 1-yard line, if you know what I mean. So you got to get the ball. Damian says, I'm not getting any of this. He said, my prediction is we should win. I don't blame you, brother. Andre says, 56-12. Oh, no, wait. The Iceman is gone. I'll leave Matt alone, man. Juan says, don't go on IR for us. We believe you. I won't, bro. Travis is in the house. What's going on, man? Travis said, I need a copy of that Uncle Steve's Lounge soundtrack. Let's get this win, baby. Red says Falcons beat the Titans 28-13. Oh, Wallace says Thanos. No, Thanos is another one. But no, the Juggernaut, if you go to, what is it? X-Men. I think it's the X-Men movie. The very last one. Well, nah, it wasn't the last one. It was the last of the old X-Men when they were trying to get the cure and whatever. And the guy, once he start running, his momentum comes in. I know it's some Marvel fans in there. Where is Larry? Larry, I know you can tell him about that. Winston said you flat out have the best ad-libs and situational voiceovers. Salute to you. Man, I'm trying, man. It's all about having fun, y'all. Listen, it's one thing to talk about the Falcons. It really is. But it's another thing to have fun and laugh, right?
Arthur Smith is a genius.
I mean, look, everybody talks about him. I want to get some stuff on here so we can talk about, who we're playing this week.
Tennessee.
I mean, want to have some fun.
Tennessee. Beat them.
Brother Raymond's here. He said, I know you're thinking about lifting that foot up to show. I was, man. Raymond. I was talking to my wife about this the other day. I'm trying to think, was it my wife or my mom? One of the two. Beautiful ladies, both. And I was saying to myself, when you cross that threshold, especially the 50 threshold, and whether you're in the greatest shape in the world or middle tier or whatever, man, you start thinking about falling. You just don't want to fall because your bones take longer to heal. Your hip is not as soft as it's not as soft as it used to be. Man, I used to fall on the ground. Dude, we used to play football in the army, and I played for the base team when I went up there in '88. And I just remember just taking hits trying to do it, wanting to hit the ground. Man, I take one of them hits these days right now. It'd be all over. I can't do it. T Double said, my bad. I mean, my prediction is out there, but hey, we first place. Let's show how strong this defense is. Yes, sir. Eric says they will have to get Derrick Henry at a they will have to get Derrick Henry at the legs also. Yes. Wrap him up. I mean, he's got a mean stiff arm. Yeah. Remember that one he put the guy on TV with stiff arm? Absolutely. Eric says Derrick Henry gonna be kept in the hen house on Sunday. He gets Nathan. Nathan. Nando, what's going on, Nando? Ain't seeing you, brother. Everything good? Juan says, I disagree. If we had this defense last year, the Falcons go 9-8 and make the playoffs with Mariota. What's the difference between Dez 3 fumble game and Mariota's back interception to decide to win? And you know what? And I let me preface myself, Juan, because you have a good point. I had that same argument with somebody, and it seems blasphemous that you would mention this. But you said the same thing I did. If this defense was on last year's team, we would have made the playoffs. We would have beat Tampa Bay. We would have won that New Orleans game. I mean, that's real. That's how good this defense has been playing. No, so I hear what you're saying, brother. I hear you. And you're right. Uh-oh. Siva says Desmond's still a rookie. Eric Parker said Deadpool 2 had the juggernaut. Yes, but The Last Stand, that's what it was called. X-Men The Last Stand. Go look it up. X-Men The Last Stand. That's the movie that I'm talking about. Go check that out. You'll see what I'm talking about. Nando says Falcons win 24-6. Rusty says, I keep seeing the narrative the defense played bad last year. We failed to score 20 points 9 times. We only allowed 21 points more than 7 times. People need to start watching the games closer. Strap. Now, in Strap's defense, the first half defense was not as good as that last stretch down the. But you're right. Our defense wasn't hot garbage last year, but they have tightened a lot of screws compared to last year. I just right off the rip, Rusty, I'm thinking about the New Orleans game, the Rams game. This defense against those two teams, that's 2 wins. That's all we needed. That would have won the division because the division was going to 8-9. David Stark says, yeah, X-Men The Last Stand. I didn't even see that. That's, yeah. Dre says, there they go with that rookie again. Are you making the insinuation that I love Desmond? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, y'all got to stop with the Desmond is not a rookie, y'all. He's not. Larry says, yeah, X-Men last, and I see it. If Larry says it about Marvel or any superhero stuff, then I know it's good because I know he stay down. Steven said Desmond is still a rookie at the end of the day. The self-inflicted mistakes will disappear the more he plays. See,
I believe death can
we
fly.
cannot stay on that
I
narrative.
believe death can touch the sky.
If we keep
Think
doing
about
that,
it almost every day.
we're gonna excuse
Death
it
can do
all the way to the end.
anything.
Can't do it.
I believe death can score if he doesn't fumble on the 4. I believe death can fly.
We can't keep doing that.
I believe death can fly. I believe death can fly.
And this is not saying that he's not inexperienced. Let me make sure that I'm not just feel like I'm poking fun of you. I'm just saying, though, how long are we gonna keep that narrative as a excuse? And I don't think you are using it as an excuse, but at the same time, I'm gonna tell you when it becomes important. It becomes important when later games. Now, the Tampa Bay game, keep it real. We probably had control over that. Yeah, that Washington game, you lost the game because of those turnovers. The Jacksonville game, you lost the game because of turnovers. That Jacksonville game, matter of fact, the Jacksonville game was not as much of a dominant performance from Jacksonville as it looks. I think once he turned the ball over, and folks, if y'all remember, he almost threw 3 interceptions out of 4 plays instead of 2. We got to stop that. He plays the position. If he plays the position, you got to hold him to the fire. And I'm coming around. I really am. I'm coming around on him.
I love Desmond.
But I need my team in the playoffs. I need my team to build on this momentum. I need my team to keep moving in the right direction when it comes to being the first place team in NFC South. And only a game behind San Francisco now. When you start talking about now, Detroit, we lost the game to Detroit, so we got to have a better record than them. But we've got to stop, kind of making those excuses. And I don't think you were making a total excuse. I just think he plays quarterback. It was backup quarterbacks in the game last week. Nobody's giving them a. Nobody's saying, yeah, they lost, but it's a backup quarterback. So we got to stop with yeah, they lost, but, Desmond hasn't played a lot. If he's playing the position, the expectation is him to win. PJ Tucker went in there last week and won. Who's the other backup quarterback I just mentioned? Won the game last week, NFL game. Y'all will tell me. Winston says 33 in the chat, but only 1 like. Oh, 1 like? Really? Come on, y'all. Help me out. Uh-oh. See another super chat in the house? That's my brother again, Greg, always looking out for a brother as he does.
I know when you super chat, Uncle Steve will chat right back. I know when you super chat, Uncle Steve will talk right back. Every time you donate to me, you.
Thank you, Greg. Appreciate you, brother. As always. Greg said, just left the barbershop, ran into an Aints fan. Hopes ain't too high on Carr. He said he would take a chance on Ritter over Carr because there's much room for improvement for cheaper than they paid Carr. And first of all, as always, brother, appreciate you. But I'm gonna say this, and not to make this a New Orleans Saints conversation, but I know where you were coming from. They don't believe in Jameis that much. It's very interesting to me that the faith in Jameis, because they'll put Taysom Hill in there way before they do that. Now that's a Saints problem, not our problem, but it is kind of interesting that they do that. Just the thought. Dexter's in the house. What's going on, Dex? I love Dex, y'all.
I love Desmond.
That's how to tell you. Raven says, I know about the 50 curve. I'm sore just watching these hits from these kids. Man, trying to tell you, they be hitting way harder than we used to hit. We used to hit. They hit to make the headline. We used to hit to bring you down. They hit to make ESPN. Winston says, quick question. Are you saying Mariota conducted this offense better than Ritter does? And the last dance had Juggernaut running through the walls and Kitty Pryde. That's who it was. Yeah. The young lady that changed her name. She used to be Ellen. Now she's Alan Page. Yeah, she was in that movie. Or he now. But anyway. Whoo, that's a very fair question. I think he may have, but he just couldn't throw. That was his, biggest bugaboo. Mariota was not very accurate. And it reared its ugly head, especially near the end. But it's a fair thought to say maybe he did run the offense better.
Arthur Smith is a genius.
I mean, I keep hearing everyone say our running game was much better last year. We have better pieces, but the running game was actually more effective last year. I mean, it's fair. It's a fair statement. Deontay said, do you really think we'll see a heavy dose of Henry with Tennessee blowing it up and the trade deadline looming? You know, that's a very, very, very good question. Because, of course, I know you've heard the rumors, Deontay, about the Ravens asking about the availability of one Derrick Henry. And if you think about it, if you're trying to trade someone, and this is what I'm assuming this is what you're alluding to, you're not going to put them in harm's way. And you're probably sitting here thinking, Falcons don't have a bad defense. They're not going to come in here and soft pedal him. They're going to be trying to tackle him. And you mess around, and Lord forbid, I don't want any player to get hurt. But if they get hurt, so much for the trade, and you're still on the hook for this year's salary. That's an excellent point, brother. Excellent point. Eric said, I own all the Marvel Cinematic Universe films too. Been a big fan. I am too. I'm sure you've been watching Loki. I'm waiting for us to get to the Secret Wars. And if you all, like myself, I bought all those comics, so I can tell you the versions of what happened in the comic book. But obviously, Kevin Feige is what's his name? Feige. He's gonna do things the way he's gonna do them. He kind of did the Infinity War in a trickier way than they did in the comics, but it was still effective. But I can't wait to see all of that come together again. I know they letting Spider-Man lay low a little bit, but I'm sure he'll be back to lead the group. It's gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting. I haven't been watching Loki to see how they're gonna deal with the whole He Who Remains thing. Kang the Conqueror, for those of you. Seba says 11 games under his belt. Technically, he is still a rookie. What's the difference? He's not a rookie. He's a rookie if he got drafted in 2003. 2023. He would be a rookie. If he got drafted in 22, if he went through training camp in 22, if he played, really, if he didn't play any games last year, he was a rookie last year. Going by your thought process, Jordan Love, is Jordan Love a rookie? And the answer is no. Jordan Love was drafted 3 years ago. And he hasn't played. I don't even think Jordan Love has played as many games as Desmond Ritter. Let's look it up real quick. Jordan Love. And I hear what you're saying, but I want to be fair to the thing. I think when we keep doing that, it's almost like you're putting restriction on his. No, you're putting excuses for him. So as of now, right now, Jordan Love was drafted in 2020. Pandemic year, but it doesn't matter. He was drafted in 2020. He started one game in 2021. And this year was his first time starting all games. So are you going to tell me with a straight face that Jordan Love is a rookie? Because he's started less games than Desmond has. We can't do that. The man is not a rookie. Desmond Ridder is not. Is his starting experience low? Absolutely. But he's not a rookie. I don't care what y'all say. That's very, I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know how y'all come up with that. Oh, we got another super chat, man. We're gonna do the team thing.
Chat, super chat, super chat. 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 To your left, to your left, to your left, to your left.
Big Greg is in the house. Thank you, Greg, again. He said, big Marvel fan myself, just beat Spider-Man 2. I did see that come out. On PS5, I try to purchase everything Marvel game related. My son is big into the Marvel, into the Marvel stuff as well. When you start talking about those things. That's true. Thank you, Greg. I always appreciate you, my brother. You are the man. Coach says, people, he is not a rookie. Inexperienced, yes. Rookie, no. I promise you, I did not look. And I always, because I'm going down the line and I'm looking. But this is I'm gonna read it again. People, he is not a rookie.
I love Desmond.
Inexperienced, yes. Rookie, no. You got to stop that. He in year 2. The exact opposite of the definition of the word rookie. I promise y'all, I did not look at that. But I know Coach is somebody who makes more sense to me. We got to stop doing that. Juan says, if you look at the games, Dez had a pick every other game until last week, even though he had 3 fumbles. So really, he is due for he is due for a pick. It's literally 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0. And the one thing, while he's bringing this up, Juan, y'all ain't gonna get nothing past Juan. I'm telling y'all right now. He's not gonna be. I love consistency. Juan has been consistent since the day he came in here, and I ain't mad at him one bit. If I ever disagree with him, I disagree with him about something. But he has been super consistent since he started showing up in this chat. He wants the Falcons to win, but he keeps calling this stuff out. It's 2 things, Juan, I want people to stop doing too. Remember at the beginning of the year, and he won the game against Carolina, and everybody was like, he's never turned the ball over. He's never lost at home. Now that those both anomalies are out of the way, now he has to be an actual quarterback. So as Juan brings out these things, he's not bringing them out to say, to just say, Ridder, I can't stand you as a person. He's saying, yeah, dude, we got to clean that up. That could have cost you last week. Baker Mayfield was a horrible throw away from possibly winning that game. There's no guarantee we would have moved down the field that far. In the 49 seconds, they could have scored a touchdown with 40-something seconds left. There's no guarantee we would have scored a touchdown. Remember, we couldn't against Washington. And thank goodness for Cool. So, C Double said, come on, let's hit that like button. Let's support Uncle Steve. Thank you, brother. I mean, he loves this. Also, who do you want in the trade deadline? Man, let me tell you something. I know a lot of people are worried about his injury uh history, but boy, I would love to get Chase Young in here. And Chase may not cost you half as much because of his injuries over the last couple of years. But boy, I, his motor, see, he I'm not comparing him totally to Micah Parsons, but man, when he get that motor running, Chase Young is a bad boy. I know a lot of people been on the Montez Sweat. I wouldn't mind that either. I just feel like the way Ryan Nielsen is teaching these guys, I think he can take some young guys and teach them how to feel that middle. We need that extraordinary edge rusher. We need that guy. And that guy right now was either Chase Young or my man from Minnesota. But with Minnesota winning last week, they could have some different plans. Juan says, no one does technicalities. They don't have a red shirt. I'm sorry. Oh man, this is wrong. Eric said, "Yeah, Ellen Page, Elliot Page. That's who he is now." Yeah. I don't know what did I say, Alan Page. I think I was thinking football. Rusty says, "If we make the playoffs, I would like Desmond to be a contributing factor as why we made it. I don't want it to be a situation where we made the playoffs in spite of our quarterback play." That's a very, I mean, that makes so much sense. Who wants to be the quarterback? When they think about this now? I know everybody brings this up. Trent Dilfer, his name never comes up unless you bring that old, well, defense won championships. Remember Trent Dilfer? Because even as great as the Chicago Bears was back in '85, Jim McMahon wasn't a slug. He actually threw the ball pretty well. But the first name they bring is Trent Dilfer. You don't want to be Trent Dilfer. And if you're turning the ball over at the rate sometimes that Dez does, they'll start likening you to him. You don't want that. Juan say, let's keep it 100. This defense is good enough to admit Ritter isn't a good quarterback while giving him time to improve. Desmond just don't want to look bad for wanting Matt and Marcus gone. I it's so funny. I hear everybody now that we play almost half the season, and tell me how many times y'all seen this in Twitter. If Matt had the defense that they got now, Matt would have been great. Nah, Matt is where he is for a reason. Matt is in the booth because we end up paying for the Ice Cube's school education those last 2 years that Matt was not doing anything. When Matt should have been tutoring Justin Fields or somebody like that, yes, and I'm talking about 2 years ago, I ain't talking about today. When we should have drafted Justin Fields, Matt Jones, I don't know, see any quarterback. When he should have been doing that, we drafted Kyle Pitts, which I don't mind that Kyle's here now. Thank God for him last week. But when you're starting a quarterback and you're starting a quarterback, when you're starting over things in a franchise, you got to get your quarterback in there. And yes, we're going to take a lot of lumps, y'all. That's not these 2 games, the last 2 weeks are not the last time Desmond's going to turn the ball over. It's not. So we might as well get ready for that. As long as he has the resolve to come back and do what he did in this game and do what he did against the Packers, That's all right. I'm okay to live with a little, yeah, disappointment. Jamal D in the house. I love Desmond.
I love Desmond.
Y'all love Desmond. I love it. If y'all love Desmond, y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the like button for me. hit, uh, hit the like button in YouTube. Hit the like button on Facebook. Y'all help a brother out, man. I appreciate it. Travis said, "Stop with the technicality." Yeah, I'm done with that argument about that. Mike says Ritter can't win Rookie of the Year. Let me read this properly. Mike says Ritter can't win Rookie of the Year. He is not a rookie. Period. End of story. No matter how we put it. Dexter says Desmond Ritter can't win rookie. He followed up. Can't win Rookie of the Year this year. So therefore, he's not a rookie. Slim Della, what's going on, man? See you in the house. Say these Desmonds are going to keep moving the goalposts when you call out a fact, a simple reality. Everyone that see it on TV. Don't believe your lying eyes. Slim. I could beat that drum all day, man. And sometimes if they got the blinders on, they got them on. It's not anything I can do. Where they say you can lead a horse to water, can't make them drink. Steven says rookie, first year player, whatever word choice you decide to use. The bottom line is he still does not have a full season on his resume. Not making excuses for Desmond. Well, but it kind of seems like you are, though. And if you say you're not, I'm not telling you you're not. Let's get that straight. I'm not telling you that's what you're doing. You just told me you're not making excuses for him. But brother, rookie, first year player, whatever you say, you should have started with the second part. The bottom line, he does not have a full season on his resume. Actually, he does have a full season on his resume. He just didn't play every game. He played 4 games last year. As a lot of people, not you, see, because this is where the narrative gets pushed. When who was that talking about the goalpost? That was just Slim talking about the goalpost. So I'm not picking on you, see, but so bear with me. It's not even really pointing at you. But early, the first 2 games when we were 2-0, and Desmond hadn't turned the ball over, and Desmond won the 2 games at home, the narrative was, see, he's ready. See, he can do this. See, those 4 games helped last year. Then, as we fast forward to the Detroit game, which is not all his fault, and none of these games are all his fault, but he's a quarterback, so he got to take it. But as we fast forward to the Detroit game, to the horrific Jacksonville game, to the Washington game, I skipped the Texans because that was a pretty solid game for him. And then last week, one of those wins that somebody just said, I think that was Alan Mike talking about the in spite of game. Then all of a sudden the narrative becomes, well, if you combine it sounded like a professor. If you combine the games from last year compared to this year's expertise, well, technically he's a second-year quarterback. Kenny Pickett there's nobody in Pittsburgh calling Kenny Pickett a rookie. There's nobody in San Francisco calling Brock Purdy a rookie. So why here in Atlanta do we have to have that soft cushion, Charmin, cotton ball, goose feather pillow for our quarterback? No, you are an NFL quarterback of a first place team. You have responsibility on your hands. You don't get excused for that. And I don't care how much expertise you think you have. I don't care how many times you get mad at people for bringing it up. He's the quarterback. Whether he played 1 game or 100, whether he just started this year or been a 20-year vet, Quarterbacks get the love, and quarterbacks get the blame. That's just the name of the game. We didn't make that up when Desmond got here. There are some people that just feel like, oh, well, y'all just hate Desmond because he's dumb. Folks, the same stuff happened with Matt Ryan. The same stuff happened with Mike Vick. The same stuff happened with Steve Bartkowski. Y'all just wasn't around then. Most of them. That's why, and give me my older guy moment. That's why it's so easy to laugh when I hear the passionate, y'all just hate Ritter.
I love Desmond.
Y'all don't want him to do anything. No.
I love Desmond.
Ritter's our hero.
I love Desmond.
Y'all stop talking about him.
I believe Des can fly.
He made it.
I believe Des can touch the sky.
He's inspirational.
Think about it almost every day.
And he only threw 3
Des
picks.
can do anything.
And 2 of those fumbles weren't
I
his.
believe Des can score.
Stop it.
If he doesn't fumble on the 4, I believe Des can fly.
So when I hear
I believe Des can
when
fly.
I hear this, it just
I believe
bothers
Des
me.
can fly.
Robin, what's going on, man? How you doing? Gotta stop doing that. Nando says great live earlier with Red Strap and Eddie. ABG House needed that to undivide the house of ABG and Ritter. Has room to grow. Although I'm not sold on Smith's stubbornness.
Upton Smith is a genius.
But to the defense of Desmond Ritter, we can clean up these mishaps and get offense over 24 points per game in these last 10. Good lives, fellas. Good shout out to brother Strap, nephew, and the rest of them. And he's right. We got time, y'all. We got time. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. And guess what, y'all? It's so great to be in first place having these discussions as opposed to we could be the Carolina Panthers. Oh, I love it. C Double says, we got to talk. Me and my son are big into Marvel. He got that Spider-Man too. Okay, PS 5 game and the extra stuff. Also, Dez is inexperienced. I will give that dude that. And Dez isn't a rookie this year. David says, to the point of devaluating Derrick Henry trade value, a Tannenbaum proposed trade to the Eagles this morning on Get Up, not official, would make him and a 24 7th rounder and 24 5th rounder and a 25 3rd rounder. Maybe some legitimate soreness is a possibility. You're probably right. Juan says, yeah, Chase Young or Daniel Hunter. Yep, for the trade. Raymond says Chase Young and Adrian Payne were the reasons Washington beat us. They disrupted our offensive play almost every play. It would be a bad idea. It would be probably say it wouldn't be a bad idea, I'm sure, to add them to our defense. Seba says, for the record, Jordan Love is 2-4 on the season. I'm taking Desmond all the time. Oh, listen, you never heard me say I was taking Jordan Love. The argument was in the number of games. Yeah, don't get that twisted. That's not what I was saying. David says, stop with the defense when championships matter. Those defense, 85 Bears, 1,000 Ravens, 02 Bucks, and I always forget about that team. Were historically great defenses. In other championship scenarios, the quarterback had to participate in the team success. But it's always interesting. They always go to the, 1 in a million shot. Always. Juan Solo says CJ Stroud is 3-3 and a better quarterback. I'm gonna be quiet because I agree with that. Ray, what's going on, Ray? How you doing, brother? Smart Rod says, great show again. Douglas Astro here. Yes, sir. With Bijan on the bench, it shows we wasted that pick. He's still a good player, and we didn't need him. I love Des. Smart Rod.
I love Desmond.
He's always in. Appreciate you, brother. Juan said that Desmond was 2,000 yards, 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. They would say Desmond is next John Elway. Oh, no, bro. They say he's Tom Brady. King Richard said, "What's up, Unc? I want to see more Patterson on the field. Sprinkle Bijan in. I'm scared Arthur Smith gonna force feed him again."
Arthur Smith is a genius.
What are you talking about, King? Got a great coach. Dre says, "Preach, Unc." Just did my Holy Ghost dance to that rookie take. Oh, wrong. Nando says the Texas game and the fourth quarter of the Packers game are the best 5 quarters of Ritter's 11 starts. No, nothing but doubt. Nothing but doubt. Slim Dollar says because these Ritter Shields don't want to admit the Falcons are still in a quarterback hunt, nobody wants to see them fail, but this defense won't last for long if you need to capitalize on the now and not wait. I'm trying to tell y'all. Listen, all this feel good is great for the Falcons because all of us want them to win. I will tell you this to a person. If the Falcons mess around and go 9-8 or 10-7, and the quarterback play is still not up to snuff, y'all don't get upset when Terry reach into the draft and get a Michael Penix or get a Shedeur Sanders. Excuse me. Don't be. What y'all laughing? What y'all laughing at? Y'all laughing at are y'all laughing at the tribute to Desmond? Mark, what are you doing, Marcus? Come on, man. What are you talking about?
I love Desmond.
Y'all make sure y'all check out my brother, Marcus Washington, on the mark. I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all ever want to have Marcus puts you in that Zen mode when you listen to him talk about these fellas. Y'all make sure y'all check him out on the mark on YouTube. Please run the subscriptions up over there. Great stuff right after the game. Y'all check my brother out. To me to say you got me rolling. Man, that was my tribute. Y'all are laughing at my tribute to Desmond.
I love Desmond.
Y'all. Raven says the bottom line is Ritter's going to improve from these mistakes he made. He learned from under our number one break dancer. I'm a longtime fan just wondering. Raymond, you already know, brother. Yeah, so you know, we just want to win, y'all. Larry even tried to get the Sesame Street music in, bruh. But I mean, come on, man. This is gonna be all right. Oh man, folks, I have loved every minute that I've done this today. Thank y'all for making this a very enjoyable Friday brunch. I'm gonna get ready to get my butt to work. But my prediction for the game is gonna be Tennessee 10. I'll say the Falcons gonna put up 27 this week. I think they're gonna shut them down. I really do. I have a feeling that this is gonna be that game that they finally impose their will offensively on a team. And I don't think it's gonna be through the air. I think they're gonna run the ball a little bit, keep these boys fresh. Man, I just turned on my thing. I did not need to do that. But yeah, I think they're gonna do 27 points this week. Then we're gonna have 150 yards rushing. And I think we're gonna win this game. Falcons 27, Titans 10. Appreciate y'all as always. Thank you.
Used to spend my time down in the man cave.
Y'all make sure y'all check out this game.
Falcons are the only team I know.
I'll be on at 7:30 on Sunday.
But this year I hitched my wagon to Desmond Ritter.
We'll talk about this Atlanta win.
Now we're in first place. And no telling how far
we'll catch y'all on Sunday. Y'all sing with me.
Gonna beat up real good on those Tennessee Titans. We're gonna beat them up and down the line. I don't care which quarterback is playing.